All right. Go ahead, man. What's your critique?
I'm in this bitch.
We got you.
All right. So actually, I'm a long-time fan, but I'm putting on my hater hat today, man.
Sure.
I got some criticisms for you.
Sure.
All right, man. So the first one, I remember back when Kevin Samuels was alive, right? Before he died, you guys had a little bit of beef going on, and it's unfortunate it didn't get resolved. I remember you had that super long podcast where you were showing all the text messages and stuff, and I remember that, you know, you wanted to do the best that you could to resolve the conflict between the two of you and go ahead and work together because he was an inspiration for you, so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, with your growth and all that, man, a lot of the people who were in your audience grew and made their own podcasts, and they want to work with you. And now that you're in that position that Kevin Samuels was in, the energy is kind of fucked up that you're giving these guys. Now, the ones that were your former employees that went off and disrespected you, I understand that. But, like, the white folks and the Jewish folks that are wanting to work with you, they can reach places that you can't. I don't understand why you wouldn't necessarily take a Machiavellian approach, you know what I'm saying, and just feed off of them and go ahead and grow with them when none of these guys say anything negative about you when they mention you.
Number one, we don't refrain from working with people based on the color of their skin or their background. That absolutely has zero bearing on anything. That's number one. As far as the situation, so you're saying why don't we work with certain individuals?
Yeah, basically.
Well, for one, we don't owe anybody anything. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And two, it's like we've actually worked with people from the very beginning that were supposed to be on some level, I want to say, a part of our culture, part of our, I want to say, space, and a lot of them turn us down. So it's kind of like, at this point, we're just doing what we need to do to move forward.
You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's just go, because I want to make sure we address this appropriately. Who are you talking about specifically?
Yeah,
go
exactly.
Ahead. Go ahead.
Who in detail?
Who are you talking about specifically? And I'll go ahead and tell you why we don't work with them.
Just Pearly Things and whatever podcast.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, y'all might not know this, and I have no problem with Pearl personally, but she made a hit piece on us back when we were going through the fucking situation with Anus and Reach.
Yes.
Okay? I have a serious, you know, as you guys know, loyalty is extremely important to me. If you talk shit about me, I will not forget. And she made a hit piece on us. Y'all might not know about this, and I'm not saying this to attack or whatever, but facts are facts. She made a hit piece on us back when all this shit was going on in August of 2021. At the worst time, she kicked us when we were down.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't work with her. There's your answer.
And
now, as far as whatever goes, the reason why we don't work with them is because I'm not going to align myself with someone that isn't a part of the red pill space for real. I'm going to just call it $1 million.
It's money.
He's here for money, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just call it all the way 1,000. He's here to make a buck, which is fine. I'm never going to knock someone for being a capitalist, but he's not really in this space to help men from what I can see. If you're out here selling pocket pussies and, you know, having, you know, long-ass podcasts, you know, draw out clips, etc., I understand the business strategy, but we don't align with that because you guys have asked us 1,000,000 times. So I want to address this once and for all. Pearl, y'all know why. Whatever, we don't align in our belief system. That's not to knock him or who he is or how he runs his business.
By the way.
We actually wish him the best.
There you go.
But he doesn't have the same values as us, and I personally think he's in it for the money, and that's not why we're in it. We're in it for completely different reasons.
There you go.
There's your answer. What do you got to say to that?
I appreciate you being forthcoming with it, man. Anytime that it was mentioned, I knew that, you know, you didn't want to go into their names, and I was being respectful of that. And the fact that you allowed me to mention their names, I appreciate, you know, you giving a straightforward answer with that. So if it's cool, I'd like to go on to the next criticism.
Yeah, sure, man. But yeah, again,
right,
here's
man.
the thing. A lot of y'all asked that question, so I figured, bro, we might as well just address this because a lot of y'all don't know why, and people look at it as like, oh, Fresh and Fit thinks they're too high and mighty, or they're assholes, or blah, blah, blah. Guys, trust me, there's very valid reasons why we might not necessarily collab with someone. It's not, like I said, and you guys have seen us bring guys on that we worked with before, right? Donovan Sharp, Minister Jap, Rolo Tomasi, John from Modern Life Dating, Troy Francis, etc. Like, we bring them on. We have no problem, Lucario, we have no problem working with people that we worked with before and bringing them up with us. It's not about the clout and the money with us. With us.
I remember we were super small trying to get guests for the show. They don't want to work with us at all. Now that we're big, you want to double back now? So to me, it's kind of like, hey, we're just keeping it 100 from day one.
Not saying that I don't know if whatever had reached out to us before that. Oh, they did?
Yeah. You forgot he was a prank channel first.
No, I know that, but I didn't know he had reached out before. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay,
but again, he was just trying to, I guess, change gears and change avenue of content, and want to use us as that, segue.
Okay.
But nah.
Yeah. So my point is, I'm trying to say is this: we don't have an issue with growing with other people or helping other people at all, and y'all guys have seen it where we bring guys on, right? That don't necessarily. I'll keep it 1,000. It might not benefit us to bring us on. But we started with them, we end with them.
Yeah, from the beginning.
And matter of fact, keep it 1,000 with y'all, we'll probably get more benefit from collabing with a Pearl or whatever than bringing some of the guys on the show.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck about money. Loyalty is everything. Integrity is everything. I don't have to benefit from a collab for me to do it if it's with people that I rock with. I'd rather do it with someone that I rock with where I might not get benefit and they get benefit versus doing it with someone where I get benefit, but I don't align with that individual.
For example, people hate Marquette. We brought him on. He showed his brilliance, his intelligence, his, I want to say, wealth of knowledge. Now you guys love him. It's like, on some level, loyalty does pay off. So, I mean,
and Marquette, again, y'all can say what y'all want to say about him, but the man has integrity. He was with us when people were talking shit.
Yep.
Right? He came and did a collab with us when he didn't have to. And then on top of that, y'all might say, oh, he talks shit about Fresh Fit, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, that's clickbait. Y'all don't see his titles, he's clickbait. Man. And we don't have an issue with that. And here's the other thing, too, and I don't want to pull the curtain too much on this, but he always hits me up on the side. So the man is a man of honor. The man is a man of integrity. You guys might not see it outwardly, but trust me, he's a man of integrity. Unlike some other individuals.
And also, off camera, he will fuck you up.
Yeah.
So don't play around, bro.
There's a reason why O'Shea don't make videos on him.
Don't play with that nigga, bro.
Yeah.
Stop playing with that nigga, man.
O'Shea literally run like a fucking dog between his legs, man. So the dude is the real deal. He's actually out here doing shit. He's a man of integrity. He's a man of honor. So we rock with him. Don't trust me. When he puts videos out that you guys might think it's us, trust me, it's clickbait. And he always hits us up on the side. So he's a real nigga, man. I fuck with Marquette. Heavy. Every time we're in Vegas, he rolls out the red carpet. He helps us out.
Yep.
He takes care of us. Bro, again, relationships, integrity, honor, that's what I value. I don't give a fuck about money. I just bought my 16th house, okay? It's about relationships with individuals that I respect. We could probably make a bag or make a bunch of, grow our channel significantly by collabing with some of these creators that you guys mentioned, but that's not what we care about.
And sponsors, too. By the way, you guys don't see what happens off camera, but that does say a lot about who comes on the show as well, so there you go.
Yeah. Sorry. So your second question, right? Go ahead, bro.
We should do one per caller because we got a bunch of callers here that we didn't even get to yet.
All right. Hit us with that second criticism, please. Just make it fast. But I want to make sure we give a thorough explanation
All right,
there.
So yep.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the second criticism, man, I understand that Fresh's value is not necessarily seen. You know, he networks, he goes and talks with people. You actually have mentioned several times that he has more game with you when it comes to the females and stuff like that. But you guys have pivoted more towards the self-development, and Fresh ain't really talking about game no more. So I don't really understand, why don't you have Chris on the panel? Chris, that nigga's hilarious. That nigga's funny. But you'll let niggas like Zherka, you know what I'm saying, annoy the fuck out of folks. Now, Zherka's funny as well, but I'm saying you should at least give Chris one day out the week, you know what I'm saying? Switch places with Fresh.
We have before.
Chris has a lot, nigga. He be talking more than Fresh a lot.
Yeah, but y'all be putting that nigga up, and the way that you shut him up, man, you be acting like you want to fire this nigga sometimes because he be pissing you off, man. I'm like, man, come on, man.
Bro, he be ad-libbing a lot
cook.
sometimes.
Let that nigga cook, man.
Nobody's firing Chris, bro.
Yeah, Chris ain't going nowhere, bro. Yeah, Chris ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
All right, that's good, man. And the last thing, and then I'm going to let y'all go, man. I'm still trying to put my thumb in Nike's ass.
Wait. Real quick. You brought up me being on the show. What's the real issue?
You said what?
You brought up me being on the show. What's the real issue?
there's no issue with you being on the show because, like I said, you add value in a lot of ways. The only thing that kind of sucks, I guess I understand why you guys do it. You don't really talk about game as much. So you're kind of quiet when it comes to, you know, the PUA kind of stuff. And I understand that you guys are pivoting more towards self-development. But seeing as how you guys have left that alone, you're a bit more quiet. Mind you, I did see the dating app thing that you did recently, but in terms of like the overall content that you've been pushing for the past 6-7 months hasn't really been leaning more towards game. It's just more towards like awareness when it comes to the after hour shit. It isn't really much like how-tos. And with you being the better guy, the guy who has more game, you know, you're not really teaching that. And as a matter of fact, to take it a step further, man, when I watch the 8-hour streams and shit like that, and you're coming in, you know, in the morning after these niggas are chasing each other around with nooses and shit, Myron's criticizing you for fucking all the hoes that you be fucking, man. So it's like, you know, I understand that you guys are pivoting away from that. So if y'all aren't going to talk about game as much and you're going to just sit there and kind of be quiet and do the ebb and flow, I'm just saying switch with Chris every now and then and let Chris talk his shit.
So we did a show about dating apps recently. We did a show today, some game.
That I mentioned.
And my foundation is in-game, 100%. I do have a lot of gems here and there because I'm actually in the dating market, doing it every single day. But again, most of the show regarding other topics, I'm not well versed in. However, I sit and listen to people and I want to hear their opinion. Now, for one, like I said before, Myron is the A mic, I'm the B mic. And again, imagine if we both talked the same amount of time, the guest would not be heard. So it's kind of like, I let Myron do talking because once again, he's more articulate. And two, for the guests as well, they need to speak as well. So I think on some level, I understand my role. And that in itself means that I have to be quiet for a portion of the time. So.
And again, you know, I'm not dissing your value. I'm not saying that you don't provide value. I'm just asking that you switch with Chris every now and then, at least once a week.
Why?
You don't get enough of Chris on After Hours?
Because that nigga Chris
talks a lot, bro.
Hilarious.
He talks a lot, bro.
The episode that Chris had when he got on the panel was funny as fuck, man. The nigga's relentless, man. So, I mean, I just think for comedic value, Chris is a little bit funnier than you are.
He has a camera and a mic.
That a lot of niggas complain about. You're the first guy to come in and say, you're the first guy to actually come in and say that. Like, bro, the niggas be complaining.
Myron does not let that nigga cook. Myron be shutting that nigga up, man.
Bro,
we do let cook.
We do love, nigga. You don't hear his ad-libs? He's like Jim Jones. He's like Jeezy in 05.
You fast.
Yeah.
Slut.
Oh, you old.
You too old.
Oh, you old. Oh.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, whore.
What? 30.
Nigga, half the sound effects. Bro, half the sound effects don't even be me no more. It be him.
You're an old whore.
And here's the other thing, too. I don't know if you peeped this. Nigga enjoys being in the back and saying wild shit and then not putting the camera on himself.
Yeah, bro.
Have you caught that? Mind you, he's the dude with the switcher. See, there's a lot of shit behind the scenes y'all niggas don't see. The nigga likes being in the back and saying stupid shit and then not switching the camera on himself. He likes to like kind of light the fire and let the chaos happen and he be in the back like
literally. Hey, yo, they'd be like, you said that? I'm like, that's that nigga.
Honestly, Chris would prefer to not have a camera and just have a mic. Because y'all don't see, he controls the camera cuts. Like, on the daytime show, it's Bill's right now. But at the nighttime, you best believe it's Chris back there fucking switching the cameras, nigga, and he never puts it on himself. I wonder why.
What? 29? Sorry to hear that. What? 35?
And I guess here's the thing: as you watching the show as a viewer, you might not know these little nuanced things because we're really breaking the fourth wall right now for you, or the third wall. I don't know. I think it's the fourth wall, right? Fourth. We're breaking the fourth wall for you. But yeah, that nigga wants to be in the back to say the crazy shit you want to say. But yeah, you know what, man? We'll do it. We'll bring Chris on or have that nigga talk more if you guys want. We'll put him on camera more for y'all.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a first.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. And by the way, this nigga Fresh so black, he look like Gengar from Pokemon, man.
Thank you, Ben.
Nigga purple.
Girls love dark. I'm drinking purple right now.
Nigga said you look like Gengar from Pokemon. What the fuck?
Look at the cat.
Yo, pull up Gengar on the back. All right, who's